Welcome to this lesson on inflation-protected securities, specifically Treasury Inflation-Protected Securities, known as TIPS, and Series I savings bonds, commonly called I bonds. These are special government bonds designed to protect your money from losing value as prices rise over time. Understanding these investments is crucial for anyone looking to preserve their purchasing power in an inflationary environment. Before diving into inflation-protected securities, let's understand what inflation actually means. Inflation is the gradual increase in prices over time, which reduces the purchasing power of your money. In simple terms, the same amount of money buys you less as years go by. For example, $100 today buys significantly less than $100 did 10 years ago. This erosion of purchasing power is why protecting against inflation is so important for long-term investors and savers. Traditional bonds have a significant weakness when it comes to inflation. They pay fixed interest payments that remain the same throughout the life of the bond, regardless of how much prices increase. As inflation rises, the real value of these fixed payments decreases. Your purchasing power erodes over time because the money you receive buys less and less. This is the fundamental problem that inflation-protected securities are designed to solve. Treasury Inflation-Protected Securities, or TIPS, are special government bonds that automatically adjust their principal value based on inflation. The principal amount increases with the Consumer Price Index, which is the main measure of inflation in the United States. As the principal grows, the interest payments you receive also increase because they are calculated as a percentage of the adjusted principal. This built-in adjustment mechanism ensures that both your principal and interest keep pace with inflation. Let's walk through a practical example to see how TIPS work. Suppose you purchase $10,000 worth of TIPS with a 2% interest rate. If inflation rises by 3% in a year, your principal is automatically adjusted upward to $10,300. Now, your interest payment is calculated on this new, higher amount. So instead of receiving $200 in interest, you receive $206, which is 2% of $10,300. At maturity, you receive the fully adjusted principal amount, protecting your investment from inflation throughout the entire holding period. TIPS come with several important features to know. They are available in 3 different maturity lengths: 5 years, 10 years, and 30 years, giving you flexibility based on your investment timeline. The minimum purchase amount is just $100, making them accessible to most investors. Interest is paid twice a year, or semi-annually, on the inflation-adjusted principal. Perhaps most importantly, TIPS include a deflation protection floor, which guarantees you will receive at least your original principal back even if deflation occurs. This means you cannot lose your initial investment. Series I savings bonds, commonly known as I bonds, are another type of inflation-protected security offered by the U.S. government. These are low-risk savings bonds with interest rates that adjust for inflation every 6 months. The unique feature of I bonds is their dual interest rate structure. The total interest rate consists of 2 components: a fixed rate that remains constant for the life of the bond, plus an inflation rate that changes every 6 months based on changes in the Consumer Price Index. This combination ensures your returns keep pace with inflation while providing a stable base return. I bonds have distinct features that differentiate them from TIPS. There is an annual purchase limit of $10,000 per person for electronic I bonds, which makes them more suitable for smaller investors. You must hold I bonds for at least 1 year before you can redeem them. If you sell them before 5 years, you forfeit 3 months of interest as a penalty. However, if you hold them for 5 years or longer, there is no penalty. I bonds continue earning interest for up to 30 years, providing long-term inflation protection for patient investors. Let's compare TIPS and I bonds to help you understand which might be right for your situation. TIPS have no purchase limit, making them ideal for large investments, while I bonds are capped at $10,000 per year. TIPS can be sold anytime in the secondary market, offering greater liquidity, whereas I-bonds are locked in for at least 1 year. For taxes, TIPS require you to pay federal tax on interest each year, while I-bonds allow you to defer taxes until redemption. Generally, TIPS are best suited for larger investors who need flexibility, while I-bonds are excellent for smaller savers who can commit to holding them for several years. Let's summarize the key points about inflation-protected securities. Both TIPS and I-bonds serve the same fundamental purpose: protecting your investments from the erosion caused by inflation. TIPS offer flexibility with no purchase limits and the ability to sell anytime, making them suitable for larger portfolios and investors who may need liquidity. I-bonds provide tax advantages and guaranteed safety, making them ideal for individual savers with smaller amounts to invest. The best approach is often to consider both as part of a diversified portfolio strategy, using each where it provides the most benefit based on your specific financial situation and goals. Thank you for learning about inflation-protected securities.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.